be a very interesting place. And for you guys, the future is right ahead of you. I want to take you here because I want to start back when I went to college, which was in 1979. At the time, the country was in what you know as stagflation, which is the worst of both worlds, right? It's not inflation, it's not stagnation, it's both. Interest rates were 21%, unemployment was 13%, inflation was running at 10%. It was a disaster out there. And the market, we had just come off the Iranian hostage crisis, the morale in this country was low, the economy in this country was horrendous, and here I was going to college and I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I had no idea where I was even going to begin. But I went to school, and my roommate, well, I'm from Boston, I'm not a New Yorker, my roommate was a kid from New York, and he invited me to New York over the winter to come and visit him. I thought that was a great idea, and so I did. And I talk about this because it's all about you never know what opportunity or what experience is going to change the course of your life. And so I came to New York that weekend, and here we were, and we had the choice. My buddy and I could have gone out and painted the town red, or we could have stayed in because his parents were having a Christmas party in their apartment in New York City, and they invited us to stay. And so we had this choice to make. Were we going to go out, 19 years old in New York City, or was I going to stay at this Christmas party? What was interesting to me was this guy's father was in this business, financial services. And the people that were coming to this party were all people in this business, men and women in this business. And for me as a 19-year-old kid, remember where we were, and in my mind is racing about what am I going to do with myself, this was an opportunity for me to meet some people in the business. And so as luck would have it, we stayed and we went to the party. And so me being who I am, engaging with people and talking to people, and next thing you know, I met this guy who was an independent broker of the New York Stock Exchange, and he started talking to me about the New York Stock Exchange and about coming there and spending the summer as an intern. I had no idea what the New York Stock Exchange was. I didn't know a stock from a bond, to buy from, sell, name from a quote. I didn't know the language. I didn't know anything. But I was curious. I was curious to find out. And so when I went back to school, I thought about it, and I decided to take the guy up because, listen, I could have gone to Cape Cod and been lifeguard on the beach, which would have been really nice. But I decided instead that let me go and check this out. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm either going to love it or I'm going to hate it. If I hate it, it's okay, chalk it up for experience. But if I love it, it may change the course of my life. And in fact, it changed the course of my life. So I came back to summer of 81, 82, and I got my first job offer, and I say this here in the summer of 82, and I remember the date specifically. It was August 17, 1982, and why do I remember that date? Because that was the date that the greatest bull market in this country was born. Because that morning, Paul Volcker was Fed chair, Ronald Reagan was president. Paul Volcker decided he was going to break the back of inflation and break the back of unemployment. Interest rates were 21%. The Dow was trading at 792. If you were anyone with any money, you have a choice to make, right? You can put your money in the bank. You get 21% guaranteed sleep at night, no risk, thank you very much. Well, you put your money in the market where there's nothing but risk and no guarantee. And so what would you have done if you had any money back in 1980 or 81 when interest rates were 21%? You put your money in the bank. You weren't going to put your money in the market. And so Paul Volcker made this surprise announcement. It was a Tuesday morning at 8:30. And what was interesting, if you've ever been to the floor of the exchange, and you saw that picture up there, because the exchange is kind of this place where you can't, in 1982, there was no outside news sources. There was no LinkedIn, there was no internet, there was no radio, television, nothing. And so we always were the last ones to get the information about what was going on in the world. But the rumor was that Paul Volcker was going to make this surprise announcement, so the markets were all excited. And the announcement came out at 8:30 that he was cutting interest rates by 10%. Think about that, 10%! That's 2 percentage points. Today we're talking about raising rates by 0.25%, and everyone's flipping out. And so this was a massive, massive cut in interest rates. And he absolutely ignited the fire. And so this is the beginning of the bull market. And I was right, it was one of the most amazing days of my whole career. We went on Monday from trading 30 million shares, and the market might have been up a buck or down 75 cents. On Tuesday, we traded 4 times that, 138 million shares, and the market was up 4.5%, which at the time was 35 points. 4.5% today would be the equivalent of about 900 points on the Dow, and the quadruple in volume would put us at about 26 billion shares. That would be kind of the equivalent of what it was like. We did it all by pen and paper. There was no such thing as technology. All by pen and paper. It was the most amazing day of my life. I went back to school. I graduated in May. I moved down here in the summer of 1983. I thought it was going to be a 2 or 3 year stint. I was going to move back to Boston and find some young lady and get married, buy a house around the corner from my mother in the middle of 5 in a Boston Italian family. And so that didn't really work out that way. I met my wife on the floor. She herself was a member of the New York Stock Exchange. At the time when there were about 10 women members out of 1,366. The market, we got married, we bought a house, she got pregnant, we had a baby. It's now 1987. The market has done spectacularly. But you may not realize this because it's not going to end very well. You see this? This is the crash in 1987. I'm 26 years old here. My daughter was just born. I made my first mortgage payment, and all of a sudden the world was over. This was 22% in 6 hours. See, but like I said, there was no internet, so the world didn't pass, the news didn't pass around the world the way it does today. It passed around by newspapers. I picked up the newspaper on Monday. I was reading what happened on Friday. I wasn't reading what happened on overnight. Don't forget, Sunday night in New York is Monday morning in Asia. Right? Sorry. By the time I get up, Monday morning, Asians already closed. They've had their day. Meanwhile, I'm reading the newspaper on what happened last weekend. Made no sense, but yet, this product going into that weekend, the market had come under pressure, and this product sent out these sell messages to all these asset managers. They had to raise cash to protect the portfolio. Right? You understand that, right? Except here's the problem with that. You manage $1 billion, and you manage $100 billion, and you get a message to sell 2%, and you get a message to sell 2%, your 2% is very different. You understand? Everybody got the same message. Everybody got the same message. And so I go to bed on Monday night, on Sunday night, nice and cozy under my sheets, thank you very much, and Asia's getting ready to open. Asia's the first market to open, right, on Monday mornings, because they're a day ahead of us. Asia starts to implode because Asian asset managers and U.S. asset managers and Asian names got this signal to sell X% of their portfolios to raise cash. And so what do you think happened in Asia? A bloodbath began. Because there were no buy signals, it was all sell signals. Everybody got a sell war. I had no idea what's going on around the world. No idea. Enough of the drama, because then it corrected itself. And so it corrected itself, and this thing called the internet happened in the middle of the 90s. This tech revolution is this whole move up, right? And so clearly, trust me, this was an incredible event. But this was just as incredible. But this happened over the period of the 90s. And it took the whole decade. And it was this tech revolution. It was the anticipation of Y2K. It was technology that was starting to be developed. It started, like you said, in the back office, clearing and settlement. That's an accounting feature. It was easy to automate. But as we moved through the 90s, the conversation was we need to start to modernize. We need to bring technology to the front end. To this point, an event that nobody foresaw. An event that forever changed the narrative in the world. An event that shook this industry and this country to its core, because when this event happened, and that's Tower 1, and this is Tower 2, when I told you I had a beautiful view from my office was right there. Why I'm even here talking to you, I'm not sure, but I am. But when that event happened, all of downtown New York became neutered. Why? Because all the technology, the phone lines, cable lines, fiber optic cables, all went into the belly of the trade centers. When the trade centers collapsed, what happened? All the wires got cut. And so the New York Stock Exchange itself wasn't damaged, but it was neutered, it was put out of business, and so this country came to a screeching halt. Nothing in this country traded, not a stock, not a bond, not an option, not a currency, not an interest rate. You couldn't trade any of it. Because at the very core, equities were not traded. And so this event brought us to our knees for 6 days, and it brought global finance to a screeching halt, because even though Asia continued to trade and Europe continued to trade, what happens is money moves around the world. Asia, Europe, US, Asia, Europe, US, and all of a sudden it's going Asia, Europe, and boom, because we weren't trading. And it flipped back to Asia, and then it flipped back to Europe, flipped back to Asia for 6 days into that, because we were knocked out. And so this event and most people can't put this together until they actually hear it. This event that so changed the narrative, and now the conversation about technology was not how to use technology for efficiency. It was how do we now use technology to stabilize and secure the system? Because now the world was in a different place. And so, I'm still at ICAP. The conversation, the market, you can see as the market starts to recover, but then the conversation happened about using the technology and how do we use it. And so now we have things like, we have 10 exchanges. The New York Stock Exchange is the one physical exchange, the other 9 are virtual. They trade in the cloud. You can't physically, you can't see them. You can't blow them up. You can still blow up the New York Stock Exchange, but the difference today is that they blow up the New York Stock Exchange, is it tragic? Absolutely! Yet they won't bring the country to her knees anymore because the other 9 exchanges exist, and they exist in the cloud. And the servers are located all over the country, so you can't, if they were all located in downtown Manhattan, okay, they'd blow up downtown Manhattan, they'd bring it to our knees again. But now the servers are all over the country, so therefore, unless you blow the whole country, you can no longer bring us to our knees. So yes, technology has saved the capital markets. I'll give you that. But anyway, so this conversation, after the market has started to regain itself, is all about how we use technology to save the system. And then the kind of the introduction of connecting all these venues because you needed to connect all the venues to trade. Now, in my mind, listen, we've got 10 exchanges and you've got 50 or 60 what you call alternative venues, electronic communication networks. They're not exchanges. Yet you can trade on them like it's an exchange, yet they're not regulated like an exchange. And again, that's a whole other conversation we could have, but one way or the other, it is what it is, and I understand it, so accept it for what it is. Now, here I am, 48 years old, like 2 kids going to college. How about paying kids with bills I can't even remember how big they are? By now, I trust you realize this is going to end up. Because, guess what that is? That's the great financial crisis of 2007 to 2016, although this is from 2007 to 2009. That represents 55% loss in the market, a lost decade, really, of investing. But that's what that does. And so now I'm 48, peak of my career. They ended up sending me a bill for 60 grand. The other one sent me a bill for 40 grand. Oh my God. And so what do? What do I do at this point? Because now the world was changing even faster. Technology was creating change even faster. And so what did I do? So I still am an institutional broker. I still work on the Liquidity Exchange. Although the Liquidity Exchange today is not what it was. It wasn't that picture that he showed you. It's more of a large office space where brokers can run their businesses, but yet I can get out, I can walk over and talk to a specialist, I can talk to the other brokers, I can look for partner sides, because that's what you do. You try to bring buyer and seller together. But in addition, I started speaking more. I started writing a daily blog, which now is viewed by people around the world, actually. I'm quite surprised at that. We should talk about that too. But I started commenting. I started doing a lot more television. I used to do it for all the networks, but I then made a deal with CNBC, so I do a fair amount of CNBC. So, and I speak and I educate. I go around the country and I speak, whether it's RA events or education events like this, or college universities, about market structure, about a little bit about history, a little bit about kind of what it is today. And so, like I said, sometimes the rut turns into a groove, and for me it turned into a little bit of a groove where I started to do other things, right, to build myself out instead of just getting stuck and pigeonholed in that institutional broker mode. And so you can see the markets recovered, and we can talk about why the markets recovered and all that stuff, and it's all great, but that's where I sat at the bottom. Right there at the bottom is when I started to kind of reinvent myself. And so today, I leave you with this, because it's important for you guys, because you guys are just on the cusp of it, right? Is that sometimes the future is just the place you want to go, but sometimes it's the place that you create. And I think that's key. And I think you all need to really, really understand that. You can create it. It belongs to the curious, and the curious right now are all of you. I appreciate it.